if you already are aware of the boolean types in JavaScript, the JavaScript boolean types and TypeScript boolean types, the difference you have to know is in JavaScript you can handle boolean condition with 0, 1, and in TypeScript you cannot. You have to directly deal with only two values, that is true and false. That is the basic thing you have to know, right? So two important data types, that is a number type and why to use, how to handle. A boolean type to store boolean values, that is true and false. Usually we use boolean types for conditions, decision making. Boolean values are used in decision making. Those decision making, we will see that, right? Next important, another important data type is a string type. String type. And what is a string type and how do we deal with the string types? Let's see. Technically, string is a literal. String is a literal. Technically, string is a literal. And string is a literal with a group of characters. A group of characters enclosed. A group of characters enclosed in double quotes or single quotes or backticks. Technically, string is a literal with a group of characters enclosed in double quotes, single quotes or backtick. Actually, double quote, this is double quote. Single quote, this is single quote. Backtick, this is backtick. Actually, backtick is available on your keyboard. Your keyboard have a tilde key. On the tilde key, you will find a backtick also. Backtick is also available. On the tilde key of your keyboard, you will find a backtick. This is backtick. Usually this tilde key is present beside your number 1 key. On your keyboard beside number 1 key, left to the number 1 key, you will find this. And this is backtick actually, backtick. Now, what is difference between them and how do we use them? Single quotes, double quotes and backticks, how do we configure and use them? Actually, when you are dealing with strings, a string literal contains alphanumeric and special characters. And important is when you are representing a string, you can enclose the string. You can enclose the string in double quotes and single quote. Remember, string is declared by using the keyword string. And string is enclosed. So with double quotes, single quotes and backticks, string is enclosed with double and single double comma single quotes, single quote or backtick. That's what I told you. Now what is difference is actually we can use we can use double and single quotes to swap between the outer and inner string. That is the key thing. We can use double and single quotes to swap between outer and inner string. Actually, you can represent in single quotes, or you can represent in backtick. What is difference? I will tell you. Actually, we can use double quotes and single quotes to swap between outer and inner strings. I will tell you. Means how we can define the string literals. Let's see. I'm creating another program here. Let's add string demo.ts. I'm creating a variable let and msg is message. This message is a string type. And generally in a string type, I am writing here is equal to John. This is in double quotes. It is valid. String can be written in single quote. That is also valid. String can be written in backtick. You can see backtick. This is also valid. A string can be defined in double quotes, single quotes, and backticks. Means all the three are valid. So for example, I am writing like this. So let user name, it is a string, is equal to John. So this is valid. I'm writing the syntax here. So John, so this is valid. Let username, it is a string, is equal to single quote John, and this is also valid. Let username and the string is equal to backtick John, and this is also valid. All the three are valid. Then what is difference between single and double quotes? Usually the single, double quotes and backtick difference is what? We have to use single and double quotes to swap between outer and inner strings. That means, for example, I am writing a message like this. Message contains, suppose I am writing an alert. Alert I am defining here. In the alert, alert is usually used to display a message. It is used to display a message box. In this message box, I want to display a message. Message is again a string. That means I need to write a string inside another string. Now inner string, I am writing in again double quotes. It is invalid. Alert hello, and this is invalid because a string literal with an outer string double quotes cannot use again double quotes for inner string. Then what we can do is, how we can represent inner string? Inner string can be written with the single quote. Inner string can be written in single quote. So this is inner string. That is valid. That means you can write inner string and outer string. So the inner string and outer string is defined like this. That means single and double quotes can swap between inner and outer string, and that is how we write like this. You can write like this, or you can write in another way also. your outer